Hey guys, welcome back. So let's just chit chat. Let's just have girl talk and let's just hang out, you know. Okay, so I know that I'm so backwards and I've always been backwards, but I know that I should have probably made one of these, you know, when I was starting out my YouTube channel so that you guys could get to know me, but honestly, like, I just was not that comfortable in front of a camera. I actually, you know, always did modeling with Exposed Clothing Company and Top Speed Clothing Company, and I like did modeling and stuff like that, and like my pictures are on a website, and you know, I could do that with no, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was so easy, and I never thought about being in front of a camera really, but recording and hearing yourself is it's just a completely different world. So I really wasn't all of that, like, you know, I wasn't camera experienced and I wasn't totally comfortable around the camera, so I figured that, you know, I would just do a couple like things here and there of makeup and stuff. But now that I have gotten more used to the camera, I figured that I would make a about me video and just chit chat with you guys about who I am and what I expect to get out of, not expect, but what I hope to get out of like my blog and my YouTube channel all in all. And you know, and I just want to let you guys, you know, in on what I'm thinking and what I'm doing with my life and what my plans are for the future, just because if you're watching me and you know, and following me and subscribing to me and you're, you know, following my blog and stuff like that, like, you should know who you're following. At least I think, like, I like it so much better when I can kind of connect with someone on like a personal level just because I read their stuff or because they made an about me video and I'm like, wow, like, I really feel like I know them. So I wanted to do the same thing to you guys and want to give you guys the same respect, so let's just chit chat. So okay, so I'll be 22 in September, and I honestly can wait for that. I could not wait until I was 21, like most people, but now that I'm older, I'm like, God, 22, oh my God, I'm so old. Like, everything on me cracks and aches and everything. Like, seriously, I have such a bad knee. It's bad. It's gonna suck getting old. Another thing is, you know, if you guys have been watching me from the beginning, you guys probably have noticed that I got a haircut. No, actually, I did not get a haircut. I actually need one, though. These ends are really split. They're so gross. But I actually wear extensions. I wear extensions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love them. I don't sleep in them, so I guess not 24 hours a day, but I wear them everywhere I go. I love them. I actually have them right here. I have Bellamy. They are my Bellamy extensions. They need to be brushed because they're a mess, but these are my extensions. They are the Bellamy, the 22-inch long ones, and I actually had my hairdresser cut them in my hair, so they are layered, and they are actually 2 or 3 inches shorter than when I bought them. So this adds like a lot of just volume to my hair, and it adds a lot of length to it, and I just love them. I love how they look in my hair, but I've noticed for the past like 4 or 5 months I have been wearing them less and less, actually. I wear them maybe like 3 times a week now instead of 7 days a week, and I've noticed that just because my hair has gotten a little longer than it was, and it's a lot more healthy considering I have not had to put heat on it, other than, you know, a curling iron here and there. I let it air dry, and you know, if I really want it like just like a natural curl, what I'll do is I'll get out of the shower when it's wet and I'll put all of my product in it that I need to, and I will braid it and let it sit overnight, just sleep on it, and it comes out in like these really kinky waves, and I just kind of like put a little bit of a straightener over it, and it's like, it's good. And sometimes like I will wet these as well and just kind of mist them with a spray bottle, and I'll put them in my hair when my hair is wet, and I'll braid everything together. That way these are beachy waved just like my actual hair, so that it kind of like all blends together. But that is my deepest, darkest secret, I think, because I bet you a lot of people in my this past semester in all my classes, I wear these every day like it's just normal hair, and I talk about how I need to cut them because I do. They're, you know, the ends are getting a little frayed, but they probably are thinking that I have this like long luscious hair that only beautiful Greeks have, and I don't. I was not that blessed, but you know, it's okay. But my hair isn't, you know, it's not too bad. So I think that is my secret. So, but another thing is I started my blog and I started this YouTube channel really just because when I was growing up, I didn't really wear a lot of makeup, especially in high school, and then once I hit about sophomore, junior year, when I started going to parties, I started hanging out with other people from different schools, and we started going to prom and homecoming, stuff like that. Like, I wanted to wear makeup, and I wanted to be tan, and I wanted to do my hair, and so I would always get on YouTube, and I would just watch and watch and watch religiously, like, different people, and, you know, I always watched, like, hair tutorials and makeup tutorials, and I ended up getting pretty okay at it. I mean, I don't think I'm the best, but I like the way that I do my makeup, and I'm content with it, and I learn, you know, new things every day, and I now play with colors. I used to only wear like browns and occasionally a black or two, but now I wear all colors, and I really just like doing my makeup. So but yeah, like YouTube really kind of got me started on that. So since I learned from YouTube, I kind of wanted to like extend the invite and the hand to girls that were just like me in high school, that are still just like me, because I still, every day, I'm like, oh, like, you know, I got a new palette, I wonder like what looks I can do, and I get on YouTube and I type in the palette that I have, and you know, sure enough, other people have it too. They made a tutorial, so I get, you know, new ideas, and I'm like, oh, like, instead of doing, you know, these two colors like she did, I'll do the one color that she used and the other color. So it, you know, it just kind of like gives me a hand, and then it gives me a chance to give a hand to other people that, you know, would like some makeup advice, and I like that I can do that. You know, so that's really what my YouTube channel is about. My blog, I really just want to be able to express, you know, my YouTube channel a little more in depth. That way, like, people have something to read and to look at instead of just watch all the time. And then I also really just wanted to just be a lifestyle and fashion blog. I love my style, and I think that I have good style. I mean, at least I think I do. I mean, other than when I'm in sweats, that's a bad scene. But, you know, so I really like to express that. I really like to express my style, and I like to express like the lifestyle that I live, and the fitness tips that I have for people, and good nutrition that I have, and, you know, just make people motivated to do things, and make them like, I just like the positivity in life. Like, I'm a very bubbly person, and so I wish that like all people could be that way too. So I do have a boyfriend. His name is Christian, and he is my soulmate. I have actually never ever ever wanted to be in love, and I never ever wanted to get married. Like, that was like the vow that I had, like the promise that I made myself is, Allie, you're never gonna get married. I never wanted to have kids, like never wanted to fall in love. I don't know why. That was just how I was. It was so weird. Like, I was never rude about it. It was just kind of like how I really was. But, you know, I met Christian, and it was so weird. Literally, after about a week of talking to him, like, I could have literally just ripped my heart out and gave it to him. Like, I fell so in love with him so quickly, and it was just, you know, he's my entire heart. Like, I don't know what I would do without him. I love him so much. It's just, you know, it's an awesome feeling, and I couldn't imagine being with anyone else but him, and I'm so thankful and blessed that I met him. He's an amazing, terrific, he's just amazing. He's an amazing man. I also have, I do have a favorite quote. I actually have two. So the one, I don't know who said it. When I looked it up to see who said it, there were like 3 different names, so you never know. I mean, Google's supposed to tell you everything, but they don't. So, but I love the quote, find what you love and let it kill you. It's a very interesting quote. It's a little dramatic, but I think that's what I like about it, because, you know, I never really found what I loved to do until I started my blog. I was in school for nursing, and, you know, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the title. It's a great title. It's a secure title, and, you know, you get to help so many people on a daily basis that you don't even understand how many people you get to help, and that's great. But, you know, at UC, I was in nursing school, and I was in nursing school for 3 years, but I struggled, like, struggled. Like, I had a great GPA, like, I was sitting at a 3.8, 3.9 GPA, but I struggled to keep that GPA, and I struggled to kind of, like, hang out in that GPA. I was, you know, I remember, like, I didn't go into work for like 2 weeks because I needed to study and sleep. That was literally all I did. Like, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't do anything, because I stayed in my room with my nose in a book. And, you know, well, finally I just started to kind of, like, explore other options, and I, you know, kind of saw magazine journalism as an option for me. And the only reason why is because even as a child, like, I loved to write, and then at UC I practically majored in English because I had taken so many English classes, including like creative writing and poetry and English literature and all that stuff, like history of a language, and I had taken so many English classes that I practically majored in it. So I made English literature my minor, senior, which I had already finished, thankfully, so it was a leg up for me. And then I dropped nursing as a major and made magazine journalism my major. And, you know, I've never been so happy. So I'm really finding what I'm loving, and I'm just letting it absorb me. And I really love that I'm living by one of my favorite quotes ever. And then another quote that I have is that the destination is the journey. And I love that so much, and the reason why I do is because I want to travel everywhere. But I've kind of realized that, like, I like the anticipation of the wait, and then when something happens, I live in the moment and it's so much fun. But then afterwards, I'm like, okay, so where are we going next? I'm always anticipating the next part, and that's what I like, because that's where you should get. You should always anticipate the next part of life while living in the moment. You know, I know that kind of sounds a little redundant, but I think that that's what not all people should do, because not everybody wants to do that, but I do. So, you know, that's what I live by because I like it a lot. So, but you know, I like stuff like that. So, I do attend UC, like I said. I do attend UC, and I do really like it. I will be a 4th year. Totally, I don't think I'm considered a senior, and I think the only reason why is because I don't technically have enough credits, and the reason why is because I switched my major, so obviously I don't have enough credits to, you know, be a senior because I just changed my major. So, you know, so that makes sense. But I do really, really like UC. You know, our academics are great, now our sports are great, and all the people there are really great. Like, I don't think that I've encountered one mean person. Like, I'm sure I have at some point, but usually everyone that's in my class or even around campus, they're always so polite and they're nice, and people in the cafeteria are nice, and so that's always a plus too. So go Bearcats. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I actually am not an Ohioan. I know that kind of sounds silly because I was born and raised here. I don't know anything else, but I cannot wait to move out of Cincinnati. Like, I am anticipating graduation day just because I know that a week after that I'm going to be moving. And I know that that anticipation is coming from the fact that Christian and I are going to be getting our own place, and I'm very, very excited. We're looking at this beautiful condo that's in Orlando. We chose Orlando because his parents live there and because I can get a magazine job there very easily. So we're hoping that Orlando works out. If not, it doesn't, and we'll go somewhere else. But, you know, I'm hoping that that works out. But I've just felt more as, you know, at ease and more of like a person that I should be in LA. Really just all of California, and LA, Malibu, and San Diego was really where I felt like I belonged, and then pretty much any part of Florida and any part of New York. I have actually never been to New York, but seeing that I want to be a magazine, you know, editor, I think I would totally just fit in there. I would hate the winters because I am not a winter person. I hate the winter. I could live in 105-degree weather with 100% humidity every day of my life, and I would be content as poop. I would be so content. I hate the winter. Like, you know, some days I do want snow, like during Christmas time for about a week. So, like, you know, a couple days before Christmas, on Christmas, a couple days after Christmas, I'm okay with snow just because it is so pretty. I mean, it's so cool to have, you know, a white winter. But anything after that, I'm like, okay, like, where's the sun? And, you know, and I'm always cold, and, like, I think our house, my dad hasn't turned the air on yet just because it's been a little moody here in Ohio. And, literally, like, 3 days ago, it was, like, 80 degrees, and today it's only, like, 65. It's been a little moody, so dad's not turning on the air yet. But, even in like 75-degree weather, I'm like, I have a jacket on, I have sweatpants on, and I'm like so cold, and I complain about it because I'm a little baby, and it's bad. I hate the cold, but I always thought, you know, so that's gonna suck for New York, but, you know, other than that, I always thought that I belonged like in a bathing suit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's just, that's really what I like. So, you know, but another thing, I guess I like my hair curly better than I do straight most of the time. So actually the past month I have been wearing my hair straight like a lot, and I don't know why. I think it's because like I've just been really lazy to curl my hair or do my extensions, and I've also been doing French braids and Dutch braids like crazy too. I think just you know, the end of the semester was kind of took a toll on me just because I think that I didn't slack off or anything, but like it was so slow paced throughout the beginning of the semester, so it was so nice. But then after spring break, it like sped up super quick. So I had to like get in there, study for all my stuff, and get out. So it's nice, but it's over. I do have to take a summer course this year, and I have to take Spanish 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 in this fall and spring. And so I'm a little nervous about taking Spanish just because I feel like I can learn quickly, but it's hard to learn a foreign language. I mean, it really is. But I chose Spanish because, for one, other than English, it is a very common tongue to speak, especially here in the United States. You know, and that makes sense, but Christian's mom is Puerto Rican, and she speaks Spanish, but she also speaks Spanglish, which those of you that don't know, because I wasn't educated on it until I think I watched the movie Spanglish with Adam Sandler. I seriously don't think I even knew what Spanglish was until then. But you know, it's just where you can speak both. You can speak both English and Spanish, and you kind of like use them in the same sentence. So like, if I'm talking about, you know, like washing the dishes, and I say like, oh, she washed the dishes in Spanish, but then say after school in English. So it's like, it's kind of cool how they kind of do that. So when I was sitting at dinner with them, I almost forgot to eat because Delia was just talking in Spanish and English, and it was just so awesome, and I wish that I could talk that way because her and her parents talk that way, so it's kind of cool. So I'm so eager to learn it so that I can talk to her about it. Other than that, I think that might be it about me. I think, I'm trying to think of anything else that I should tell you guys that, like, I'm not already open about. I guess I do have maybe one thing, and it's like a huge thing to me. Actually, growing up, so my dad grew up in Adams County, in Blue Creek, Ohio, and it's about 2.5 hours north of Cincinnati, if you guys are familiar with any of that area. It's like past Beechmont, past Batavia, past like Williamsburg, Ohio, if you guys are familiar at all. It's pretty much out in the boondocks. My grandparents lived in like this cute little house, and but he grew up with like him and his 2 brothers, and they were just boys that did everything, you know. They didn't go to church. He just wasn't raised around going to church. And my mom went to a Catholic school all her life, but going to a Catholic school, she, I guess, you know, wasn't that interested in church. So in our home, my brother and I, we were never really raised Catholic or Christian or something else. We were just kind of whatever religion we want to explore at any point in time of our life, we can. So, you know, and I always liked that my parents kind of gave us that option, because it kind of like lets us explore for ourselves, like who we want to be and what we want to do and what religion we want to follow and practice based on who we are as a person, which I always thought that was great, and I hope that I can give my kids the same thing. But you know, as I get older, the more and more people that I meet, and a lot of people are actually, they take religion very seriously, which I think that they should. I really didn't take into account religion until I met Christian. And Christian is he's a Christian, and he, I mean, not like very strict or anything. He doesn't go to church every Sunday, but when he's home, you know, his parents and him go to church, and he does have, like, he's part of Fellowship of Christian Athletes at his school, you know, so he has Bible studies once a week, and it's just, I think that is so awesome. I think it's really cool, and I think the concept is really cool. As of right now in my life, I believe in evolution, and I don't practice a religion. I was raised Catholic, but like I said, my parents gave me, I was never baptized or had a first communion or anything, because my parents gave my brother and I kind of that, you know, that option to kind of decide whatever we wanted to do. I mean, if I wanted to become a Buddhist, I could, you know, I mean, it's just, they kind of gave us that option, which I really like, but I still have yet to pick one. But, you know, I think that, because Christian, he prays for me, and I want to be able to give him that same respect. I want to be able to pray for him and my family and everyone in the world, and for disasters in the world to, you know, fade away, and I want to be able to pray for that, and I want to be able to believe in a higher power, and I want to believe that things that I can't see, because I think that's so fascinating that people believe it without a doubt. I think it's really cool, and I think that it's great. I don't know, I guess because I was so caught up in, you know, biology and chemistry and, you know, and I'm physiology and stuff like that, that I believe that we derive from cells and all that stuff. So, you know, but no matter what I believe and what a priest believes, I think that we're all the same people, and we all are important, you know. I mean, I would never dog someone for being some type of religion, because it matters to them. So let them, you know, have their own religion. I think that it's an important thing to have. I'm telling you guys this because on New Year's, I made my very first New Year's resolution ever. I made it obviously for 2016 for this year. And my New Year's resolution was to explore my faith a little more, kind of figure out which religion I kind of fit in, and explore it a little more as in kind of give it a shot. Read a few pages of the Bible, go to church a little bit more, you know, talk to Christian about it, so explore my religion a little bit more and learn more about it, because I feel like I'm so ignorant to the situation that other than knowing about Adam and Eve and Noah's Ark and you know, God and Jesus and Mary, that I don't know much else. And I feel so silly saying that because I really should know that. I should know that as a human. I should know about religion, and I don't. So that was my New Year's resolution, and I have kept up with it. I have been to church 3 times, and this year Christian and I have talked about it, and you know, I've read a few pages of excerpts and stuff from the Bible, and it's just, so I really am sticking to my New Year's resolution, and it's actually doing really well. So but what I'm doing, that's pretty much what I'm doing in life right now. I'm just going to school, making my videos, doing my blog, and kind of hanging out with my gal pals. But other than that, I think that that's kind of it for my life. So if there is something that you guys want to know about me, just to kind of get to know me more, leave a comment below, do a Q&A. I will do a Q&A, I guess, here in the next couple of months, because the past few emails that I've gotten are Q&A questions, which is a good portion of why I decided to make this video, and that's just because you guys should know about me. I mean, you guys should know about who I'm, who I am and why you're watching me and all that stuff. So I figured I would just be an open book to you guys for a little while. So, comment below on, tell me about you a little bit, especially if you're a subscriber or a new subscriber or somebody I don't even know. Tell me about you. I love making new friends and meeting new people and checking out new pages. So let me know what you guys think, and give this video a thumbs up if you guys liked it. But I will talk to you later, guys.